Hi Pisces, how are you? We're checking in with your energies today and we're just going to see what is coming on in. We're also going to have a look at seeing what needs to be cleared out when it comes to any fears that may be blocking your abundance, as well as what you need to know to best support yourself right now on your journey. So we're just going to check in with the energies for Pisces Sun, Moon and Rising and what you need to know to best support your week ahead. Okay. We've got the Seven of Swords and everything is fine, which is like a Ten of Swords. So you're right at the end of any burdens or challenges. Then you've got the High Priestess and the Six of Cups. So Pisces, what's been going on? Because what I'm feeling right now for some of you is that maybe you're a little frustrated of when are you going to get yours? You kind of feel like has Spirit, God, the universe, like you've got my back, right? And you're trying to really hold on to believing that you are supported. But there's this part of you is just like, you're kind of done. I'm kind of done. I'm working so hard. I'm trying so hard. Like I really need you to come through for me right now. And I'm just feeling a little bit of that energy. And I'm just going to, and it's one just more of, I'm not going to say desperation because that's not the word. It's more like, you've done the work, this is your time, and you're really wondering, you're looking for like kind of a savior now, like a saving grace. There's something that you are seeking, that you are needing to really support your path and journey. And I think Pisces, you've done so much amazing, so much work on yourself, so much, just really being okay with you is kind of what I'm getting here. And again, it's just like you're waiting for something to drop, something to finally come through, and you're not sure what it is, you're not sure what else to do. And I think you're kind of at the end of the barrel, and you're like, is that where this golden apple is? Is this where the cornucopia is? And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here from the Seven of Swords, and everything is fine. With the High Priestess and the Six of Cups, I do feel like you've got some insight and some knowing within you. Also this faith, right? That you're waiting for this something to show up. So this is kind of the frustration that's coming with it, is that you feel it, you know it, it's like around the corner, but when is that offer? When is that opportunity going to come on in? I do feel like this could be some past ideas, some past insights, some past work that never really potentially took off. Because when we look at this Six of Cups here energy, there is like a younger version of you. Okay, that's how I'm seeing this energy, a younger version of you. And it's kind of like letting yourself know there is something coming. But it could also be this younger version of you who's done something that's really filled the cup. There's something that that truly fills your cup, and you're waiting for that offer or that opportunity to take off so you can, start gaining the rewards and benefits. But there's still work to do is what I'm seeing here, because the cups aren't full. So there's two things that apply here, Pisces. Is it the mindset where the cups aren't full, or is it that there's just a little bit more work that needs to be done? So let's just dive a little bit deeper just to see what else is coming up here, okay? So the Seven of Swords, you've got the Ten of Cups. Everything is fine. You've got the Queen of Swords. So straight up here, Pisces, the Seven of Swords, like I said, this is about you getting to your Ten of Cups energy. That's where I feel like you're kind of stepping in there, but you're frustrated because you're like, I've been working hard. I'm doing the right things, Spirit. I'm doing the right things, God. I'm doing the right things, universe. Like, What else do I need to do for it to show up, for it to arrive? From the financial aspect, prosperity, abundance. Like, I think that's just a little bit of like frustration that I'm feeling. But with everything is fine and the Queen of Swords, I feel like a cool part of you has just, I'm not dealing with any more BS. I'm not being hard on myself anymore. It's like you're finally cutting out a lot of things. I don't feel like coldness as such. I just feel like you're just really killing out anything that is mentally messing with you. I think you just like, no, I know I've got this. I know it's around the corner. Like, and you're holding on to that faith. But a part of that Queen of Swords energy is not holding on to too much, right? They're kind of just like letting it all go, cutting it all out. Anything that's not serving them, anything that is not kind to themselves. And while the Queen of Swords can have a little bit of that coldness energy, she's also a beautiful source that there is this internal aspect that has a lot of clarity, a lot of understanding, okay? A lot of just knowingness as well, being connected to spirit. But usually they come across more so like I'm going to say introverted in some respect, but hold a very strong presence, meaning that they don't like to be out and around everyone all the time. They're just present. And I just feel like they're very present. They know what they want. They know what they don't want. And they're willing to cut out what they need to do to get where they need to go. That's more the Queen of Swords energy that I'm feeling here, okay? And I feel like that's what you're starting to really do, Pisces, in support of you. And I think this is going to be like a great step forward for you, okay? I really do. So then you've got the Four of Cups and then the King of Pentacles. So with this Four of Cups energy and the King of Pentacles, again, I just feel like this is you waiting. This is you like kind of sitting in a place of, do I kind of give up now? But there's this beautiful part, Pisces, when we do give in, when we do surrender, when we do let go, okay? When we focus on the things that we have and sit more in gratitude rather than holding on so tightly of how things are meant to be, that things come through, that things show up. But what I feel is happening here, that I think you have this vision. And it's important with the vision that you have that you're not creating the vision of every step that's got to happen along the way to get there. There's this big goal, this big vision, and that's the focus of the energy that is created when you accomplish the wonderful thing that you want to accomplish. So just be mindful of that you're not trying to control the process versus you're in it and flowing through it. And I feel like that might be just a little bit of a reminder here to keep focusing on the good things that you have, on the good things that are coming, because that's going to be the difference between moving forward in a very strong light versus sitting in lack, okay? Because I feel like this is kind of sitting a little bit in lack right now because there is an offer here, there's an idea, there's an opportunity, but there's also like you're not paying attention to it, okay? So that's just kind of what I'm getting here. And that could be because you're a little bit frustrated right now and waiting for yours. In terms of the King of Pentacles energy with the Six of Cups, this is really like a place, did I say, yeah, it's the King of Pentacles. I thought I said, yeah, Six of Cups, King of Pentacles. It's interesting because this King of Pentacles, he's focused on his stability. He's focused on his wealth and he's very comfortable in the position that he's in. But he also knows to get to that comfort, he had to get really outside of his comfort zone to reach that level, okay? And it's when you've accomplished that goal that things get comfortable there. And then when you want to create more, be more, do more, you've got to get a little bit more outside your comfort zone. Things become easier because you've learned it, or because you've stretched that muscle or that idea or that thinking. So what I'm getting from this King of Pentacles energy with the Six of Cups is like remembering who you are, remembering who you were, remembering what you're capable of, okay? And that anything that you had once, this idea, because I feel like he's focused on what he's created. He's looking down here in this card. I'm not sure if you can see that here, Pisces, but he's kind of looking down, and I'm not sure if he's looking down at the growth, but he's looking down at, I feel like, opportunity. He's not up in the clouds. He's grounding himself. He's looking at the ground, grounding himself to what truly connects him to the work that he is doing. Obviously, this is an earth energy, okay? The Pentacles energy. You know, Virgo and Taurus. So just have a think here on what it is that you have once done that has given you that sense of stability, that has given you that sense of strength. Because I feel like something is kind of coming back around here, Pisces, and that's maybe what you can't see yet. But again, like, there's this knowingness that it's arriving. Or as we move to the Four of Cups over here, it's just that you can't see this offer yet. You can't see this opportunity yet, and it's frustrating you. But there's definitely an offer and opportunity coming on in. But I feel like this is reconnecting to yourself, that holds that space of the great things that you've done, how far you have come in your life and on your journey. And this King of Pentacles is a reminder of what you can create and what you can become when you believe, when you get connected to, you know, grounding yourself in that energy, in that vision, in that space to where the wealth begins, okay? And I feel like that's part of the richness that it is asking of you right now, to build the life that you want to build, Pisces, okay? So let's have a look at what your potential fears are here right now that are blocking your progress. I mean, I think we've got it here, but let's just dive in a bit deeper to understand them. So you've got the Priestess energy. So what this is, again, you've got her twice. So this is what is blocking you, is that I think there's a part of you that has this knowingness, something is coming, but there's also this lack of trust in your vision or in your in the possibilities ahead. I just feel like there's just a little bit of lack of trust, and you can understand that, right? Like when you're just like, I've been working so hard, I'm ready for this new beginning, or I'm ready for this new stream of income, or I'm ready for this business to take off, or I'm ready for this job opportunity. Like, whatever it is, I know that you're ready, Pisces. I think there's just something that hasn't shown up. There's something that hasn't been revealed. And this is just, it's part of also divine timing, but trusting in your vision and trusting in the process here is kind of what I'm getting for this overall energy. Let's just go a little bit further here on what else, you know, could be blocking your progress. You got Four of Cups again. So to me, this again, you've got these two were come out again. So this is further reminding you, how do you sit in a place of appreciation? I feel like there's just a little bit of lack thinking, and you may not realize it, because I think you're doing a lot of the good work, Pisces, right? But sometimes underneath it, there's this frustration, there's this holding on so tight, but you're actually got a lot of amazing things around you. So how can you start focusing on the amazing? How can you start focusing on filling those cups versus sitting here thinking and waiting for it to just happen? What actions are you taking? I feel like this is a big part in your heart center right now, where there's just a little bit of sadness and a little bit of disappointment because you don't know what you should be doing to make this happen, to really bring this to life. But I also think that you do honestly know within yourself what you need to do to make it happen. And I feel like there's just a little bit of disconnect there for you right now. So how can you, move a little bit back towards this vision of yours, to really take off and create the life that you want to create, okay? To really step into that energy, because the energy that it's showing here is this knowingness or something that hasn't been revealed yet to you, but also the frustration and the lack that's coming with that and how it's making you feel. Whether there's doubts that you're feeling, whether there's just this sadness, disappointment, whether there's frustration, that it's showing up here right now. But as you keep moving forward, Pisces, the other thing that may be, like I said, I feel like there's just something that's coming on in that you just aren't aware of yet. But through what you're doing right now, this energy of believing and trusting in the process, it's coming. It's just taking a little bit longer than probably you anticipated. But when it comes on through, that's going to give you the clarity you need in terms of the decisions that you want to make, okay? So let's have a look at what you can do to best support yourself right now, Pisces. So to best support yourself right now, you've got the star energy, okay? So this star energy, that's absolutely aligned to your dreams, to your aspirations, okay? But it's letting you know a key part of it is taking actions towards that, getting super focused on what it is that you want to do, what you want to create. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just start doing it, because I think once you start doing it, it's going to flow through for you and come to life, okay? But you've got to be willing to have this vision, these hopes, these dreams that you have, and just having that focus on it, okay? But doing the work. This is about action, not just about mindset. We can have mindset all day. Absolutely, we can manifest and attract things in our life. But usually that's because we're putting the energy, the right energy's there for it to happen. And for energy to also generate and go accelerate further is the action that goes with that, okay? So please remember that as part of this process. Just really you've got what you need within you to do the things that you need to do. You've just got to be willing and committed to creating and believing in yourself more, that this is all possible and that you can do it. I just feel like there might be a little bit of doubt within yourself right now, Pisces, and I understand, I really, really do. But don't fear the progress. Don't fear or stay too comfortable sitting, waiting. Get uncomfortable, because that's where the magic happens, okay? Get a little uncomfortable, one step at a time. But as the more steps you take, you're going to start seeing the domino effect. It's kind of like that snowball effect, that little bit, that little bit, that little bit. The further it goes, the bigger it comes, right? So just remember that. In terms of the moon energy that's coming up in power of your situation, I think that this comes in two parts. The moon, reveals things in the night that we don't see in the day, right? And I think that that's a key part here right now, is still keeping that vision, even though you can't see, even though things haven't shown up. But also remember that in the beauty of letting go, what opportunities open up, okay? Sometimes when we're not paying attention, when we can't see what's in front of us, we can create things that aren't there. So I feel like there's also this part of illusion, but I also feel there's this part of opportunity and creation. So maybe you're more creative at night, so pay attention to that. I also feel this could be about releasing certain situations that can better support you. And usually these are the things that are keeping you up at night. But also as well that certain things will show up and be revealed. And I feel like with this Knight of Voices energy as well, like there's something coming on through you just can't see yet. With the High Priestess, there's this knowing, this calling in, this something hasn't been revealed yet energy, okay? So let's see what you can't see yet. Let's have a look at what you can't see yet, that your higher self. So you've got the Queen of Swords energy again. I'll move this up. I mean, that was just looking so pretty, but all right. So we've got this, Queen of Swords energy. Okay. And I'm sorry if you can hear a noise or, the neighbor. I mean, I think it's even raining outside and has decided to start mowing their lawn. All right. So if you hear that in the background, I apologize. It's a little hum. Okay. So we've got the Queen of Voices, the Seven of Voices, and then the Muse of Voices. There's a lot of mentality going on right now. So there's a lot of in our minds, Pisces, okay? So in terms of your future future creation, future becoming, okay, and what's possible for you right now. You've got the Queen of Voices twice. So this, I feel, is an important thing about communication. Think about how you're communicating, how you're connecting with people, and what type of level. Are you going in with confidence, with flair, with boldness, or are you going in with a little bit of cold aspects that doesn't really connect with people? And sometimes not necessarily in fear, because I don't think the Queen of Swords has fear. I think she just doesn't recognize that there's a way to connect with people and understand people. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can miss that aspect. There's warmth. When there is warmth and there's an emotional connection, you can get better results. And I think that's just something that's coming on through right now on how you can really envelope in the beauty within you, that goodness within you, that warmth within you. Because sometimes when we come forward and there's a little bit of fear or a little bit of lack of confidence or a little bit of doubt within ourselves, we can come across like withdrawn, okay, or we can come across as not as connected. And usually it's just because there's something that we need to expand on within ourselves. And again, this is normal. This is human nature. When we're really trying to get things to take off, sometimes we can get lost within ourselves and not realize or recognize what we're showing or how we're showing up. So that's just something to be mindful of. Like, just keep bringing that beautiful spirit out in you, okay? With the Seven of Voices energy, as well as the Muse of Voices. The great thing with the Seven of Voices, because this is looking at the positivity, at the goodness that's coming, the goodness that's arriving, is that there are two sides, of every situation. Or as my mum would say, there's actually three sides of every coin, right? And three sides of every coin being your side, their side, and what actually happened. So again, if there is any self-fulfilling prophecies, how can you reverse the situation or reflect on, again, the wins that have come from it, the benefits that have come from any situation? What is it that you can take away, that you can bring with you, and what can you leave behind? So this is in your power and something that you can do pretty wonderfully as you step in and use this knowledge, use these skills and talents going towards this new direction that you're going, Pisces. Because then you've got the Muse of Voices, which is stepping into this King of Swords energy. So again, the King of Swords energy, I feel, reveals information when they want to reveal information. They, speak when they want to speak, and why they speak with truth, with harshness, sometimes that they're a messenger of delivery. When they deliver a message, it is usually one of truth, one that can be polarizing, one that can be that moment of awakening that someone needs to hear, that someone needs to own to become who they're meant to be. The King of Swords can be an absolutely wonderful, powerful, beautiful, sexy, enduring kind of energy that makes you feel awakened. That it's kind of like, even too, that sapiosexual energy where you can talk to this person because they inspire you, their intellect, their smarts, their smile. While it might be not laughing and out loud, it's like this smirk or this, they just have this kind of charisma. This, as they walk, you're kind of wondering what's going on in their mind. They're curious in nature. So when you start thinking of this Muse of Voices energy, that one side of you that owns this energy, maybe you have air in your chart somewhere, okay, in terms of your sun, moon, or rising, or maybe even Venus energy. But what I feel is when you can bring out that charm of this Muse of Voices, when you can really step into that powerful, energy of knowing, of trusting, of taking those steps in confidence, there's just an amazing thing that happens for you when you can embrace that energy. I understand you have a king and queen here. Sometimes this king and queen together, while powerful, can be a little cold. And I feel like this Muse of Voices energy is a little different from a queen of voices. I feel the Muse of Voices in this regard here is one that is curious, one that is open, one that is inquisitive. And I feel like that's a really important aspect to keep carrying with you as you're stepping forward. Go experiment, go do things, because the great thing about you, Pisces, is that I know that you're willing to do things in quiet, do things on your own. And that's part of this. I feel like that's a lot to do with the air energy. They're just one that goes and does and makes things happen, right? So as you're doing it, usually there's a lot of testing, a lot of trialing, but you only come out and give the answers when you need to give the answers that matter. And I feel like there's something in this message for you that don't stop. I'm getting don't stop, won't stop. Like, don't stop the experimentation. Don't stop remembering all the things that you've achieved. Don't stop. I just like getting don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Like, just keep moving forth, because this is your power right now, in making things happen. Okay. So let's get finally the overall energies that Spirit wants you to be aware of. A new romantic cycle begins. Wow. And it's new moon in Libra. Didn't we just have that? So, Pisces, did you meet someone around the new moon? That's what's coming up here. While I understand it says romantic, I'm thinking for some of you, if you met, it's interesting too how this, when you look at this card, it's kind of got the two on the outside of that balance and the moon. For some of you, I feel there could be someone that you've met around the new moon, or that you're meeting throughout this Libra cycle. And while it says new romantic beginning, absolutely it could be for some of you, but I feel like there's this part of you that's bringing out excitement for yourself, excitement for people, but an opportunity of joining forces with someone to do something, okay? Or someone that's going to kind of sweep you off your feet in a way that you're not expecting is kind of what I'm getting from this energy. And then you've got your dreams need a practical plan. So Pisces, as we did talk about, here with the priestess and the four of emotions popping up twice in the same order, I feel, again, this is about not just sitting and contemplating, but doing. And Pisces, the one thing that I feel is incredibly important for you in the type of energy that you normally operate from, okay, being a Piscean, is that you like to do a lot of things, okay? You also can be easily distracted, but that's because of your fun, creative side, okay? That it can be easy to deviate. So you don't want full structure. You don't operate well in full structure. It can kind of feel like boxed in, and you don't want to be boxed in, right? You're free flowing, fluid, fishy. So what I'm getting here, your dreams need a practical plan. A practical plan is just something that is clear for you to take action towards, to start doing. Again, it doesn't need to be this full intricate details. It's just a high level aspect is what I feel that you need. So instead of sitting in this energy, connect into your vision, connect into your future self and what it is that you want and the things that you can do to start making that happen. Again, just start with that one thing. If it is getting a job, well, if you've been like, well, I've been sending my CVs out, start picking up the phone. What else can you do to make that happen? Do you need to change your CV? Can you ring and get feedback and find out, what the feedback is? Is it that there's just something else out there for you right now? So is there something else you can do on the side in terms of a side hustle? If you're starting a business, and you're looking for clients, what else can you do? Have you let everybody know that this is what you're doing right now? This is the work that you're doing. That extra step that you can take that's going to really put things out there for yourself, okay? It's just kind of what I'm feeling here. If it's bringing in a romantic partner, what are you doing for yourself to really love yourself and step into that sexually attractive energy? That usually one that's confident, that knows herself, that, has that self-worth at a high level. That's really important, Pisces, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. So, when Spirit says this is a good thing, right? When nothing is set in stone, Pisces, this means that you can create whatever you want to create, but you've got to know what you want and you've got to be willing to be putting the energy and focus in there. Because right now, I think there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of things that you don't see or aren't aware of yet that Spirit hasn't revealed, okay? But it is coming, and I feel like it's saying hold the faith and these energies that are coming on through, there is a lot of mentality here that you're working through, okay? And that's around your mindset, your thinking, but also when you can use that to your power, a lot of wonderful things can happen, okay? There's a lot of curiosity, there's a lot of experimentation, and there's a lot of fun. We did have, I think, experimentation come through for the month of October as well, and putting yourself out there, trying new things, and seeing what comes back in that feels connected for you on how you feel, the things that light you up and get you excited, okay? So I'm going to leave that with you, Pisces. Exciting times ahead. I feel like this was an intense reading, but one I trust is in service of you to support your journey. Please like and subscribe to support us, and we look forward to catching you next time. Bye now.